Good afternoon, good evening. It's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a good evening. We are going to jump into a new story. I just actually, if you missed it, did an interview with the former nanny of Amber Portwood, who is named Brianna. She joined us to talk a little bit more about her experience working for Amber and what it was like leading up to the July 4th incident, which ultimately led to we know where we're at today, right? So Brianna had a ton of information to share, so make sure you check that video out. And if you're brand new, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down here if you have not yet, as well as if you're interested in supporting the channel and allowing us to do more content like the interview I did today, which was likely will not be monetized due to what the content in the video contained. Please help support the channel by becoming a member so I can not have to worry about AdSense. Oh, yay. All right, so here's the thing. On October 31st, Amber Portwood was entered a plea agreement with the state of Indiana in relation to an altercation that she had had on July 4th between her and her boyfriend, Andrew Glennon. Based on the plea agreement, she was given a couple years of probation along with having to complete a ton of different programs and do a lot of different stuff to meet the requirements. So, okay, come on. Frida called. Okay, so she had to meet a bunch of different requirements. Now, it's been 2.5 months since she made the plea. The plea included that she had to complete some classes related to DV, drug substance abuse, parenting classes. She also, another condition of her, she had to go undergo like a full psychiatric evaluation, as well as random drugs urinalysis. And as a requirement, the UAs were supposed to be done once a month, and within 24 hours of notice, she was supposed to go to the approved facility and to do the testing. There was a lot of concern moving into this case and moving into the plea agreement that Amber was not sober and was abusing medications. And on the 8th, a motion was actually filed by the prosecutor from probation. So on January 8th, they filed a motion to make some of the information that are in the, some of the information that they filed would remain confidential. So they put in some stuff related to, I don't know, maybe something related to a health, or it could be a social security number. It could be a lot of just personally identifying information. After they filed the motion to have some of the contents of this be filed with confidentiality, they filed a memo and a brief from the probation office. Now, I should point out that a memo had been filed on November 1st, shortly after she was on probation. So when she was on October 31st, after the sentencing, she had to go meet with probation, blah, blah, blah. They put together a memo. The court decides they're not going to do anything. They're not going to, it's filed, but no hearing was scheduled for that memo. Well, this time around, it sounds like the memo, whatever it contains, is going to require that Amber go to court. And this cannot be good if you are on probation. So according to the filing, the judge, Angela Dow, ordered that the probation memo was filed and the UA to be addressed at a hearing. Now, UA is typically a abbreviation for urine analysis or a drug test, and she is required to take one every month at a minimum. So what are they going to do? They ordered her back to court on January 29th, 2020 for a hearing. A hearing where they will address the memo sent by her probation officer. This cannot be good. Anytime the judge is calling you into court to talk to about something to do with a UA. I don't know, Amber. I don't know what happened. Now, it could be that she missed one or something showed up that wasn't supposed to be there. It could be something totally unrelated. But anytime a hearing is scheduled when you're on probation and you have to meet with the judge, it means something good didn't happen. Something happened that wasn't supposed to. So she will have to go before the court on the 29th, and the hearing is scheduled at 8:30 a.m. with the judge that issued the order for her probation. So it's hard to know whether there was no information, because I'm guessing some of this was confidential. There is no information about what is with the UA, whether it was failed, whether it was missed, whatever the results were. It could be because it is a medical form. That's why it would be confidential, and they're not going to discuss it in the open court hearing. When I did look through her previous arrests with Gary Shirley, I'll note that the only time that she was ever ordered to court was when she violated. And so according to her plea agreement, the state of Indiana is, if probation says that she is violated, they will send information to the court, and then it's up to the prosecutor to prove that she violated probation. So if she is found in violation of probation, and if this ends up being a probation violation, it could be just bringing her in and being like, "What's up, Amber? What are you doing? Why did this happen?" Or if that she is found in violation, they could also send her straight to jail. Part of her plea agreement was that any single violation of probation could wind her up in her mandatory sentence, which is 5 years. So either the judge could be really nice here and they could just be a snafu, a mix-up. There could be some issues here. It could be we want to have a discussion about how things are going, or it could just be like the prosecutor presents the information provided by the probation officer and they show what happened, and then it's a violation. And then they'll order a violation or they won't. But right now it's scheduled as a hearing. So this is, and Erica said probation could have also tried to sanction her and require more than one UA a month, and Amber didn't agree, and now it goes to court. So again, she could have missed one, but it says on her probation, it says on her specific probation requirements that the minimum is one time a month, but they can do it more. So if she does it more than once a month, it's up to the probation office to decide if they're going to do it more than once a month. And they maybe decided to do it more than once a month, and maybe she skipped it. Who knows? But skipping, I'll note this, skipping a UA is the same as failing a UA. You can ask Ryan Edwards about that when he skipped one of his UAs in his court case, which ultimately ended up in him getting a probation violation. So skipping can also be not good either. So either way, it's no bueno. So Amber has some splaining to do, as we say, and she will have to talk with the judge, but it's never good to be in court when you're on probation. Judges don't like to see you. They just want to send you on probation and then be like, let's check up in 2 years, which is what they had. Her hearing, the technical hearing for her probation, she wasn't scheduled to have like check-ins. They had a final probation release on the 20th I think in 2022. So this isn't like a normal hearing. It'll be interesting to see what's up. I'm going to see tomorrow if I can contact the prosecutor to find out more details, or the court to see what exactly happened. It might be tricky because this seems to be confidential, and that could be because it's a medical, all that HIPAA crap. So I don't know what your thoughts are, but I think something smelly in Indiana. There's been some speculation on her Instagrams and on her Snapchats that she's appeared to be under the influence. And prior to the arrest, there was some allegations made by Andrew on Instagram and by our friend that just joined us, Brianna, that she was using both marijuana and opiates, and the opiates were being used without a prescription. So if any one of those two things is found in her blood and she doesn't have a script and she can't get a script for the pain pills because of her previous history of addiction, it could spell trouble for Amber Portwood. We'll have to wait and see what the official details are, but I will keep you abreast of everything as I hear it. But I wanted to let you guys know in real time what I was learning. So let me know, what do you think it is? Is it a missed one? Is it a failed one? Is it a, what are you doing? What is this? Why is this in your system kind of thing? Or is this going to be like, yo, we're done? Is she going to go to jail? Because she calls it G-E-L, gel. Is she going to go to jail? Let me know in the comments below. Bye. Bye.